or elite wrestling. I'm going to and need to sing. And uh, not So I changed to the later. Principle for the difference. You also leave a bit your pretends to that's narrow or happen instead of being can hate on top of it. Get your smack. Then we got some she um photos. She got the and has failed to mention personally, you wrote they have the whole big equation. For EPS, we all knew this brought the hell of her she with he he'll kiss blind and no seeing Brandon Rose wrestle. And is being for not so Ali and no actually um, about Charlie. Which was that because uh, I'll losing bigger brother final Britt Baker. So then also be a Presley out. That allowing your back then. Is and then be stuff, baby face. Oh yeah, not that that next well. I'll just bring the match, but I think or 12 on top of your world champion. Whether it was me, that's my bad. You know, versus your match. You know, knock off. You know, like I can't be people. It was Mark Quinn or Isaiah. Yeah, Chris Yeah. Yo, well, yeah, well, attacker. Angel when we schools are next weekend too. I don't remember yo Cracker Barrel. stable gun, whole music though. But there's other weapons too. Please said I'm a spot with it. To music as with the Cracker Barrel behind him doing his coffin drop onto the steel steps. That was the sickest spot I ever seen. Um, I think I had that move as my move of the night. If I could, I could be wrong, but I will look. I'll get to that later, which is represent to the highlights of the nights for me. But that was a sick bump that Darby Allin took, and he was out after that. He was done after that. So that was between Jimmy Havoc. I mean, yeah, Jimmy Havoc and Joey Janela in the match. So Jimmy Havoc goes for the Aztec Rainmaker to put you know Joey Janela to a cracker barrel and gets the win. So Darby Allen was my pick to win, but Jimmy Havoc is winning the match instead. Um, and either way, I was wasn't upset with that, but in a way, I was entertained with this match. This match was very entertaining. To see these guys putting their bodies on the line, just to entertain us, and I thought that was good enough for me. What was not good enough for me was this next match, the tag team match. For a winner gets to receive the first round buy-in for AEW World Tag Team Championship in this tournament. It lasted 13 minutes and 40 seconds, and it featured the Dark Order, which is Evil Uno and Stu Grayson versus the Best Friends, which is Chuck Taylor, but sometimes they call him Chucky T, but Chuck Taylor and Trent Barrella. The Dark Order, they're not doing it for me, folks. I'm sorry. I know some people like the Dark Order when they're back back when they were on doing the whole stick of being the Super Smash Brothers, but the Dark Order is not doing it for me. The gimmick sucks. The 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 creeper sucks. This gimmick sucks. Period. I mean, they're good wrestlers. Evil Uno, he's to a degree decent, but Stu Grayson, he's pretty good. He can work. Um, just this gimmick is not doing it for me, folks. I try to get into this gimmick, and with the dark, when it pertains to this type of gimmick, I could be into this type of gimmick, but the problem is, they're not doing it for me. It's not working at all. And on top of that, the creepers are just too creepy. What pertains to being controlled by evil Uno. If you've seen the show, you know what I mean. It's it's it it's cringy to watch. I couldn't get into it. I rather see Chuck Taylor and Trent Barrella hug each other than to see the creepers getting you know near evil Uno the way they got near him. Like, what the fuck is this? And as far as the match was, I couldn't get into the match either. This was the weakest match on the show here. In fact, I would prefer watching the 21 women's Casino Battle Royale over this tag team match. That's how bad this match was to me. I mean, I won't say it was a bad match because in a way it was kind of good, but I couldn't get into this match because of the Dark Order. The Dark Order is not doing it for me. I don't know what they're missing, but AEW made a big mistake signing these guys. And yeah, I would prefer watching the women's battle royale than to see this match again because with the Ace with the women's battle royale, they were Ace I got into it for Ace I did get into the match, but despite the comedy and the sloppiness, I still I still will go back to watch that match over this match because at least with that match it's eye candy. Well, for a certain to a certain degree for the women's like I can't say Nyla Rose is eye candy or Jazz anymore. Not no disrespect to her though. But yeah, I know what I mean. The Dark Order wins. After the match, the Dark Order had the Creepers, try to carry Trevor out. Lights goes out, and then lights come back on, and we see the debut of Jason Solomon from Son of Master Sounds Off. No, I'm just kidding. Um, no, actually, it was actually CM Punk who showed up. No, actually, it wasn't CM Punk. It was actually Orange Cassidy. Who wears sunglasses, who has his hands in his pockets all the time, and he basically saves Trent Beretta. He goes for a suicide dive with his hands in his pockets. And I see myself, oh, that was impressive actually, cause I never see that done before, you know. But yeah, and then all of a sudden they chase away the Dark Order and the Creepers. Best friends were in the ring with Orange Cassidy, and they hug Orange Cassidy. So Orange Cassidy is gonna be part of the group now, I guess. I'm assuming. But yeah, there you go. And that was the match. And like I said, that was the weakest match on the card. Now we get to the next match. We get Riho versus Hikaru Shida for not only to face Nyla Rose for the AEW Women's World Championship that's scheduled for AEW on TNT on October 2nd. This lasted 13 minutes and 35 seconds. Now, during the preview, folks, when I did the preview of this match between Riho and Shida, they never said it was going to be, to fight to, the winner of who's going to win the Battle Royale to fight for this AEW Women's Championship title. But not coming to the show here. Now, all of a sudden, they decided to say, oh yeah, Riho versus Shida, and the winner of that match will face the winner who won the Battle Royale to face for the AEW World Women's Championship. Why couldn't it just out front say that this, between Riho versus uh, Hikura Shida was gonna fight for an opportunity to undergo to the AEW World, for the AEW Women's World Championship. That would be way more beneficial than just waiting for the pay per view or whatever. Now, despite that, this match was pretty decent though. I remember seeing Hikaru Hikaru. I mean, yeah, I remember seeing Hikaru Shida back in Double or Nothing. She was the one with the candlestick, and I thought I think she was the one that said that she was pretty good looking. She's very beautiful and everything. I was very surprised over being a beautiful Japanese lady. I'm assuming it was her because she was the one with the candlestick, so I'm assuming it was her. And she goes up against Riho, and Riho is being very overrated, folks, on AEW because she's small. They want her to be, the underdog of the women's division and everything, and the showcase that too. After seeing this decent match between these two, they had Riho win the match. So Riho is going to be facing Nyla Rose, and then Nyla Rose came out, and Nyla Rose um, basically letting Riho know that she's going to beat her, she's going to destroy her, she's going to get her payback for what happened at Fighter Fest, and that's the story, folks. Nyla Rose want her win back against Riho from that three-way match that Riho, Nyla Rose, and this other Japanese lady, I forgot her name too. Um, from Fighter Fest. basically Nyla Rose wants to get her win back, and the way to do it is to beat Riho 1-on-1 and to become the first ever AEW Women's World Champion. So, and basically they're not doing this for the sake of of putting talents over. They're doing this for for storyline purposes. That's what they're doing. Poor choice, folks. That was poor decision there by AEW. Nyla Rose, no disrespect to Nyla Rose, but Nyla Rose shouldn't be in this spot. It should have been at least someone who's had a good performance in that battle royale, like a Mercedes Martinez or a Britt Baker. Hell, I'll even took a Brandy Rose at this point. And as far as Riho, I don't mind Riho being in this spot. Riho is fine, but the problem is they keep overrating her like she's gonna be a big deal in AEW. But there you go. By the way, the women's title too. By the way, the AEW World Women's Championship title. In fact, let me see if there's a picture of it here. Nope. Wait a minute. It went to Nyla Rose. I thought I pointed out the. Okay, there we go. Okay. Unfortunately, there's no picture of it yet. From Wikipedia. So let me just do this. Copy and paste. So I could just Google it instead. Let me go back to the results. Then I could let's see. Go here we go. Google. Okay. I'll paste images. Assuming this is the one here. Okay, yeah, that's the one. But I don't know if you can see it, folks, though. But I'm gonna do my best to show you it. This is the AEW, the new the AEW Women's World Championship. I think it looks pretty good. So there you go, the AEW Women's Championship. Let's get back to the results too. Maybe talk about another Kylie Ray for some part of AEW All Out, represents to the women's battle royale, and it seems and not just from that, but also not part of Fyter Fest or Fight for the Fallen, not part of any of AEW's shows since Double or Nothing. And there's a reason for that too, because originally she was supposed to be in the match on the pre-show of the buy-in of Fighter Fest. I guess leave a bait. Kylie, because they was doing a segment with did the segment at one point with Kylie Ray and Leva Bate, and also with Peter Avalon at the time from Double Nothing, and that was going to lead to a match for Fighter Fest on the buy-in. But unfortunately, instead of Kylie Ray being the opponent for Leva Bate, it was Ali. For some, I love blue. It was Ali in the match, and I was saying, why? Wait a minute, I thought it was Kylie Ray was present in this match. I meant to say, and they come to find out, she's been off of social media on basically on Twitter. I don't know if she's on Facebook or some of her issues on Instagram, but no, nothing about her social media or pertains to how she's doing and everything. And then she asked, and then kind of find out from Tony Khan of his interview that he did, and the post show of All Out, Kylie Ray has asked for her release. Now I don't know why she asked for her release. You know, I don't know. It's going on some going on with her personal life of why she decided to ask for release. There could be many reasons why she asked for release. Um, but it's it's unfortunate that has happened with Kylie Ray. Hopefully wherever she's going through in her life right now, that she can go overcome it, whatever, and get past it, and then she'll come back pretty soon to AEW. Because I like Kylie Ray. She's got a great personality. She's lovable. She's cute, and it was and I think she could have been something in AEW, what pertains to the women's division. And it's a shame that she's gone from the company. I think she will come back. I believe that she will come back. So wherever that's going on with her personal life, you know, I'm going to respect. I'm going to respect her privacy, and hopefully she'll take care of that situation where we're misbarring her. And I hope for the. I just wish her for the best. So there you go. Our next match we get to Cody Rhodes versus Shawn Spears, being copied by Telly Blanchard. That's 16 minutes and 20 seconds. Now, Shawn Spears' entrance, he had on a hoodie scarf, like how Rey Mysterio Jr. did before, and he revealed he's got eye contacts, kind of like Rey Mysterio Jr. too as well. And then we get Brandy Rose backstage with her dog Pharaoh, is also Cody's dog too. Diamond Dallas Page and MJF, and they're all in their outfits looking like Star Star Trek. Basically, they're doing Star Trek's entrance, and then Cody Rhodes comes from the Raptors. I mean, not from Raptors, from the stage. I meant to say. He's slowly coming up from the stage. He's also got a shirt on, a shirt, sweater or whatever of a Star Trek outfit, and the power goes off. And Pharaoh, I noticed that Pharaoh, the dog, was scared. This, the Pharaoh did not want to be out there and everything. And then they try to calm the dog down, and then all of a sudden, Pharaoh kind of calmed down a little bit when Cody told Pharaoh to come. In my opinion, you know, that was not right. They should have known, especially for Cody Rhodes, because I heard reports it was Cody Rhodes, that wanted his dog to come out there to do the whole entrance thing. Like the dog was, Pharaoh was not needed to be. Pharaoh was not needed to be there. Pharaoh was not needed to do this whole entrance thing. It was Cody Rhodes, rubbing his ego all over his entrance, you know, for the sake of having an entrance. There was no need for Pharaoh to be there. You know, this dog is not an actor. This dog is not you know a trained um I don't know how to say it, but the point is that this dog was scared of shits, and that was not cool. That was not they should at least but Tony Khan took care of that situation at the at from the post show after that, and he was very upset of it, and that will never happen again. Hopefully that doesn't happen again. Hopefully they'll learn from that mistake, because that dog should not have been part of that entrance. Especially with the powers going off like that. So it was ridiculous. But besides that, I thought the entrance was pretty cool that Cody Rhodes did. I just prefer not having the dog involved with the entrance ever again. But besides that, so Earl Hunter was the referee of this match, and all we need was someone for Cody to be in his corner, and Cody chose MJF to be the one to be in his corner. So it was Cody with MJF versus Shawn Spears with Tully Blanchard. Match itself, damn good match, and the match started when they started brawling. I think um halfway actually Cody went after Shawn Spears in the ring. I'm meant to say, excuse me. That's what I meant to say. Um, and they fought in the crowd. They started, brawling in the crowd. Yeah, basically, Clay was just getting the better of it. And I saw, um, what was his name? But I'm pretty sure you know who I'm talking about. His name is Dead and Old, who does the reaction room. Along with Mass KO. Um, I'm sorry. I think I meant to say Nas KO. I think his name was Chris. Yeah, his name was Chris. Chris, who you can follow on Twitter at dead underscore and underscore old, and then you can follow his I think either his wife, girlfriend, whatever. Who you can also follow her on Twitter at Nas KO. Let me say again at Nas KO. But anyways, but yeah, I saw him in the crowd, but I know that I didn't see her in the crowd. Like, maybe she couldn't make it, whatever, or maybe she was in the bathroom, whatever. I don't know. But I saw him there, and I like, holy shit, he was there too. Like, cool. But yeah, so yeah, as far as the match was, like I said, it was a damn good match between Cody and Shawn Spears. Numerous times you have Tully Blanchard kept getting involved. And at one point, you had Tully Blanchard and MJF going at each other. Um, and also in a surprise appearance of Arn Anderson, Double A, and the crowds went nuts when they saw Arn Anderson, and he came out there as referee was being distracted by the brawl between Tully Blanchard and MJF. All of a sudden, Arn Anderson gives Shawn Spears the Double A spine buster, and Tully Blanchard sees this, and Arn Anderson walks away. Tully Blanchard's trying to uh figure out why he did that, and then all of a sudden he walks away. He walks to the back. I'm like, so you're basically saying screw Shawn Spears. So in the end, Cody. Oh yeah, there was a steel chair involved, by the way. That Shawn Spears tried to use on Cody at one point, but it didn't happen. Um, so Cody got payback over this whole steel chair thing by giving it to Shawn Spears. Shawn Spears catches it. Cody goes for the disaster kick and goes for the crossroads. Yeah, so because he means the disaster kick, that it doesn't already count the him with a chair, because Cody didn't as use a chair to hit him with. So, but Cody goes for the crossroads and gets the win on Shawn Spears. And I say to myself, I did not like that, because you're supposed to showcase Shawn Spears to be you know a big star in AEW, and he needed this win over Cody Rhodes, and Cody just gets the win. I did not like that. Poor choice, bad booking of Cody going over. Good match, but poor choice of Cody Rhodes going over. So, um, now we get to the next match. We get the Lucha Brothers, Pentagon Jr. and Ray Phoenix coming out with some cool costume for their entrance. With the mask and the where they were in. I'm assuming there was like a robe or something like that. It was some kind of unique outfit they were wearing. I couldn't explain, but it was pretty cool. And they are the AEW. I mean, not the AEW. They are the Triple A. Excuse me, World Tag Team Champions, and they're defending the tag titles in this match, which is a ladder match. And they go up against the Young Bucks, Matt and Nick Jackson. This match lasted 21 minutes, and this match was a how WWE always says TLC, tables, ladders, and chairs is a is the human demolition derby. That's what this match was. That's exactly what this match was. Not only there was ladders involved, but they also had tables involved as well. Like, this match was this was an insane match from both teams in a way. Um, I mean, there was a few substance that happened in the match, but other than that, this match was insane. with these crazy bumps, where they were literally trying to kill each other in this match, and this was a type of match I loved to see. So and also Pentagon Jr. Um, he was impressive in this match. He did his swing blade off a ladder to Matt Jackson. I'm like, holy shit, that was insane. I can't think he pulled that off. That was pretty good. Um, at one point you have Pentagon Jr. going for the Mexican Destroyer onto Matt Jackson through a table off a ladder. Holy shit, that was insane. But later on, Matt Jackson ends up no son after that. That should be the move that should take you out of the match for the entire night. That's it. You're done. But Matt Jackson comes out later on. You know, he comes back from it late. He comes back from it later on. Like, no, no. That's one of the problems that these some of these fans have with Young Bucks. They don't sell for the moves. You know, so yeah, I did not like that at later on when that happened. But I digress. We had a scary moment there when Nick Jackson went through a table. His leg got caught on the ropes, and he went through a table. It could came to a point where he broke his neck. Just the way it was done. Like holy shit, that was insane. But he was alright though. He was done. But he was done after that though. Nick Jackson was done after that. At least Nick Jackson sold it pretty well. That he was done. Matt Jackson, on the other hand, he came back. He ends up unmasking Pentagon Jr. while they were fighting for the belts, and the crowd booed. And like, wow, really? You going stood that low, Matt Jackson? So then Phoenix and Matt Jackson were fighting. Well, actually, yeah, for a little bit. And then Pentagon Jr. knocks the ladder off, and Matt Jackson has a bad falling on the ladder because of Pentagon Jr. You know, because Pentagon Jr. was selling on, he was pissed off that Matt Jackson did that. You don't do that to a luchador, taking the mask off like that. You're disrespecting them. But he ends up getting the mask back on, and then they go for the Fear Factor springboard double foot stomp combination on the bridge of the ladder to Matt Jackson, and that was it for Matt Jackson. He was done now, and now he decided to be done after that. He could have been done with the Canadian Destroyer off of the outdoor table, but the but this one, the Fear Factor springboard double foot stomp combination onto the bridge ladder, so he was done from there. Then, okay, whatever. But in the end, Pentagon Jr. and Ray Phoenix, they climbed the ladder, they retrieved the belts, and still the Triple A World Tag Team Champions. Now here's the thing, folks. This match didn't need to be for the tag titles, to be honest with you, because this match was fine, just having a ladder match to to showcase who's the best tag team. You don't need the Triple A Tag Team title belts to showcase that. Yes, I get it. It's a for a chance of being the best tag team, you got to be the tag. You got to win the tag belts. But just but the, but to be honest with you, it was never needed. It wasn't needed because it's not the Triple A tag titles. It's not going to be part of AEW because they're going to have their own AEW World Tag Team Championships anyways, which is why they're doing the tournament. You know, so there was no need for the Triple A Tag Team title belts to be on the line. So there you go. But the match was still insane. Good insane in a way. After the match, also we get Bill Clinton and John F. Kennedy get into the ring. Obviously, there it was masks. A Bill Clinton mask and a John F. Kennedy mask. So they get in the ring. Basically these masked men, and they attack the Lucha Brothers, and they also attack Nick Jackson, who's trying to stop them. And also they unmasked themselves, and there was CM Punk and AJ Lee. They're there and eight. No, I'm just kidding. It wasn't them. Oh my god. No, instead it was Santana and Ortiz. Holy shit! They chose to be with AEW, which means they said fuck WWE. And the crowds were going nuts for these two, or Santana and Ortiz. And I heard on commentary, it's just not called LEX anymore because LEX is Impact Wrestling. Represents the Conan. Conan is the leader of LEX. He's the manager of LEX. He's the founder of LAX. LAX is part of Impact Wrestling, the faction itself. The team itself, whatever. Santana Ortiz, they're called the Boricuas because they're Puerto Ricans. So yeah, on commentary they call them the Boricuas. Now I don't know if that's what they're gonna be calling them by. I don't know if they are gonna be called the Boricuas, but that's what I heard on commentary. The Boricuas. And no, not the Lost Boricuas. That's not the I'm not talking about Sergio Vega, Miguel Perez, and guys. I forgot who are in it too. But the Boricuas. So, but yeah, it was great seeing them though. Santana and Ortiz, wow, awesome. They chose to be with AEW, great, love it. WWE missed an opportunity right there to sign those guys, or maybe yeah, I'm gonna go with that one. They missed an opportunity to sign those guys because they are the best tag teams that I've seen for the last um years. But yeah, and now the main event: Chris Jericho versus Adam Page. Winner becomes the first ever AEW World Champion in his AEW World Championship. This lasted 26 minutes and 25 seconds. Adam Page came out there, Hangman Adam Page came out there with a horse with no pyros on, by the way. Thank God there was no pyros because the horse probably got scared too. And he also had what those cowboys wear, where pretends, like what Shawn Michaels wear, where pretends was entrance. Back in the '90s. It's one of those things. I forgot what they call it, but yeah, I know what I'm talking about. Yes, you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, Alan Page versus Chris Jericho, and the match happens, and Audrey, wait, was it Audrey or Aubrey? Yeah, Aubrey Edwards. I meant to say Aubrey Edwards was the official referee of this match. So the main event itself, I thought the main event was good, but but at the same time, the main event didn't ooze with excitement in a way. But I did appreciate the booking of the match though. For example, so Alan Page goes for the shooting star press off the ring apron like he always does, which has always been impressive. Even seen it in person back in the days of Ring of Honor. But Chris Jericho countered it into the code breaker. Like holy shit, that was pretty cool. Alan Page attempts for the buckshot lariat, but Jericho counters into a code breaker for a near fall. I should mention this too, by the way. Um, at one point, Alan Page busted Chris Jericho open in the match, and Chris Jericho was bleeding crazy. Basically, Alan Page was getting payback for what Chris Jericho did to him at Fight for the Fallen. Um, so basically, an eye for an eye, basically in a way. So Jericho was bleeding from the I think from above the eye, whatever. But yeah, it was a good cut though, and Jericho was selling for Alan Page, in this match. He making Alan Page look at making Hangman Alan Page looking like $1 million in this match. Um, but Hangman Page goes for the Dead Eye, which it used to be called the Rite of Passage, but now it's called the Dead Eye, and Jericho kicks out of it. I have never seen anyone kick out of Alan Page's finishing move before. Well, maybe a few times in Ring of Honor, but other than that, I haven't seen anyone kicked out of it until Chris Jericho did. Alan Page goes for another buckshot lariat, but Jericho performs the juice effect. I'm sorry. Um, Alan Page goes for the buckshot lariat. He says it again on Jericho, and then later on Jericho goes for his juice effect, which is the spinning elbow, and Alan Page sold it pretty well. He took a bump like he got shot. And then Chris Jericho goes for the pin, gets the 3 count and the win, and your winner. And your new first ever AEW World Champion, an honorable AEW World Champion, Chris Jericho. Now I was let down at this at first, but after thinking about this, the name value was important to to be established for that AEW World Championship for because someone like a Chris Jericho, you know, who's a legend in the business. It was I believe it was and he's got that star power too. I think it was business wise it was the right decision. Hangman Adam Page, he'll get there eventually. He will get there eventually. But unfortunately, it was not his time. He was not ready. So they need someone like a Chris Jericho to be the one to skyrocket AEW. And the way to do it is to put the AEW belt on him. So basically, Chris Jericho has made history to become the AEW World Champion for AEW. And Chris Jericho wants to thank you. Well, Chris Jericho, thank you. There you go. I'm being serious with that. I'm being serious with that too. Um, but yeah, I want Heyman Pace to win. I obviously I picked him to win, but after look back at this and everything, it was a right call for Jericho to win because AEW desperately needs this recognition. They need this um the focus on them. They need the attention on them. They need the you know to have all eyes on them because they got Chris Jericho, who is a big star, a major star in wrestling, meant to say, um, to um to be the AW World Champion. And again, Alan Page, he will get there eventually. He will get there. It's just not his time yet. He needs to be established first. And Chris Jericho, on the other hand, he is established, and hopefully, um, at the right time, Alan Page will get what he deserves. I promise you that. But there you go. So as far as Chris Jericho, pretends to be, Chris Jericho becoming the first wrestler to win the WCW World Heavyweight Championship, the WWE Championship, well, also at the time was the Undisputed Championship, the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, and to be the AW World Champion. Except for one thing that he's never won, and that's the ECW World Championship. I'm just saying. But anyways, but yeah, but Chris Jericho has made history. And the show was going to go off the air, and all of a sudden, oh my God, CM Punk, he attacked Chris Jericho. Oh no, he didn't. I'm sorry. No, it's just in the show with Chris Jericho winning the belt, holding the belt on stage, bleeding and everything, and that's how the show ended. So after the match, I mean after the show, I meant to say, uh, Jericho was celebrating with with some bubbly, drinking and some food, whatever, and that he said it was cheap and everything. Um, but Jericho kept bragging about it, like he was bragging for all these years of being being Austin and The Rock on the same night to become the undisputed champion. It's kind of that way. And then Hangman Adam Page was being interviewed. All of a sudden, Pox goes out of nowhere and basically about how much of a loser that Hangman Page is, and he tosses him the bottle water at him, and then he walks away. Adam Page, didn't want to talk anymore. And also what happened too happened 2 days after Jericho after him win the title, his belt was stolen. And I thought to myself, maybe it was a work that his belt was stolen, which is why he did the video of it. But no, um after hearing about this, it was legitimately stolen by someone. I'm not kidding you, folks. This is a real story here. Chris Jericho's AW World Title belt was stolen, and for some reason, not only the fans of AEW, but those who are not even fans of AEW were shitting all over Chris Jericho on this. Yeah, they're basically giving him a hard time and saying, like was saying some ridiculous things about Chris Jericho. Like saying, so, oh my God, these people, and I'm more ashamed of the AW fans than I am of the fans who are not fans of AW. I'm embarrassed of the AW fans for covering on Chris Jericho like that. Like you're making AW look bad for that because Chris Jericho is part of AW. But Chris Jericho but basically Chris Jericho he went along with it. He decided to go on Instagram, and I saw it by the way. Trolling like he always like he does best. But did they recover the belt? But the problem is I don't think. But here's the thing. I don't know who stole the belt, but oh wait a minute, what's I think I'm reading here some from the Harris police posting a photo on Facebook on one of their officers holding the gold. I don't know, but whatever. But yeah, the belt's back with Jericho's possessions now. So there you go. So all you uh AEW haters and all, especially the AEW fans that I'm embarrassed now that yeah acted that way. I can calm down now. But anyways, but yeah, that was the show. Um, so talking about wrestling, there's no need for talking about wrestling. Um, let's just get to the highlights of the nights before I give my overall show rating. All right, we go. Swerve of the night. Santana and Ortiz. By the way, a swerve of the night is a good swerve of the night. Was Santana and Ortiz revealing themselves, you know, being under the mask of Bill Clinton and John F. Kennedy. Oh, by the way, Bill Clinton was Santana and John F. Kennedy was Ortiz. What pertains to being disguised. Promo video of the night, which I should have mentioned by the way. There was a video promos. Hype up the match before the match starts. Um, I thought it was pretty well done from all all the video package they show. Obviously there was not a lot of video package shown because some matches they didn't care for, like the Pirate Party. I mean not Pirate Party. That was the pre-show. The buy-in one. I'm talking about the Dark Order and Best Friends one. That's what I meant to say. But promo video of the night to me was Heyman versus Jericho. Pertains to being up to be, of becoming the AW World Champion. That and the rivalry that they had. What the whole thing with Jericho did to Heyman Page. Hey, with Heyman Page, the way he was on current promo, I thought it was pretty good. Moment of the night: Arn Anderson debuting at AW, showing up to help Cody Rhodes. And then his double A spine buster, which probably it wasn't that good of a spine buster, but because he's old, obviously, but it was still nice to see the double A spine buster though. For interest in the night, we'll have to go to Brandy Rose with Pharaoh. Unfortunately, with the dog being scared, DDP, MJF, and Cody Rhodes with a Star Trek entrance. They did pretty cool. Again, despite the whole thing what happened with Pharaoh, being scared, I thought it was a cool entrance. Move of the night: Pentagon Junior's Mexican Destroyer off the ladder through a table to Matt Jackson. Um, and also, I'm gonna also go with Darby Allin's coffin drop with the barrel, that he had with him that he tried to crush Jimmy Havoc, even though he didn't connect with it. But I'm gonna go with that one as well. So basically, Pentagon Junior and Darby Allin shares this one, as move of the night. Finish of the night: We have to go to Cody Rhodes' Crossroads onto Shawn Spears, despite me feeling about Cody Rhodes winning the match though. But that's gonna be the move of the night because that was a damn good move too. That Cody Rhodes did, and then Shawn Spears the way he sold it and fell into it. It was pretty good. Performance of the night, Pentagon Jr. Obviously, he was. I thought he was the best performer on that night. And finally, match of the night. I said that earlier. I said this earlier already. Pac versus Omega was match of the night. And my overall stream for the show, this was not better than Double or Nothing. This show was good, but it didn't live on my expectations of being a great show of the year. It was not even better than All Out. I mean, All Out was not even better than All In. Meant to say, excuse me. Um, so I'm gonna go just 8.5 out of 10. And I can't believe I'm saying this, but I thought WK Takeover Cardiff was a better show than AEW All Out. NXT UK beat AEW on this weekend. On that weekend, I meant to say. We're still doing a show on the same day. But at the same time, you also had New Japan doing their show called the Royal Quest, something like that, which I haven't seen yet. And I promise you, folks, I will do a review of that once I get to all the other reviews for pertains to New Japan. So, but that will come soon. I promise you. But there you go, folks. That being said, thank you for watching. For It's the Natural Born Driller, saying peace on the streets. For this was your All Elite Wrestling review, where it pertains to giving you results of AEW All Out, the sequel of All In. So that being said, until next time, pertains to the All Elite Wrestling review, I'm out.